In Utah, when wildfire breaks out, a variety of different agencies respond. Most often, reports of wildfire come in through 911 dispatch centers. The 911 center takes the report and sends the nearest city, county, or district fire department and the county fire warden to respond for initial attack. Often they also contact one of Utah's 5 interagency wildfire dispatch centers in case a state and federal firefighting response becomes necessary. A vast majority of the time, local city, county, or district departments put wildfires out before they reach more than a few acres and before any additional resources are needed. Since these initial attack fires are handled by local fire departments, there are very few costs above and beyond normal day-to-day staffing and equipment costs. Most county and municipal fire departments operate under mutual aid agreements with neighboring departments. These agreements allow a sharing of resources and personnel at a low or no-cost basis for initial attack. Normal daily operating capacity handles these fires, often using volunteer fire departments. In cases where wildfire outpaces the local response, additional resources are dispatched through the nearest interagency dispatch center. These resources, usually from state and federal agencies, can include hotshot crews, engine strike teams, and firefighting aircraft. Multi-day large acreage fires like these are called extended attack fires and are extremely costly. In fact, they constitute 9 out of every $10 spent in wildfire suppression. As a wildfire enters this extended attack status, local fire and emergency managers meet with state and federal wildfire agencies to develop a cost-share agreement as the wildfire continues to evolve. The agreement allows for joint decision-making from a unified command perspective. Depending on factors like where the fire originated and what lands it is burning on or expected to burn on, the cost share pre-designates the percentage and types of costs each entity agrees to pay for. Sometimes a cost-share agreement is strictly dollar percentage to land jurisdiction percentage. Other times, specific costs are negotiated. When split out, the federal land agencies pay for their costs, the state pays for its, and the county or city pays for their share. Traditionally, to hedge against the risk of large fires, each county has the option to enter into a pre-season agreement with the state of Utah to establish how the county's wildfire costs will be paid. Most counties participate in the Utah Wildfire Suppression Fund, which acts as sort of an insurance policy. The county pays an upfront assessment that works like an insurance premium, and in addition to the annual assessment, the county must have a line item in their local budget with enough dollars allocated to cover an average fire season. This allocation is looked at like an insurance deductible. This approach was developed more than 15 years ago to lower the financial risk counties were exposed to in the event of a large wildfire. Since then, wildfire severity and the season in general have grown to catastrophic levels, making the growing financial risk to local governments unmanageable. Not only are counties operating on a growing average fire season, but cities and towns are not eligible for the same kind of agreement. Wildfires are becoming more complex and more expensive to suppress. As this trend continues, counties, cities, and towns have the most to lose. In response to the growing threat, Governor Gary R. Herbert and the Utah State Legislature have given a charge to the Division of Forestry, Fire, and State Lands to develop a comprehensive and systematic strategy to reduce the intensity and frequency of catastrophic wildland fires in Utah. In response, the state of Utah, its counties, and cities are approaching the future with a complete shift in how wildfires are prepared for, prevented, and suppressed. Ample research has shown that every dollar spent in preventing and preparing for wildfire, many more dollars can be saved down the road in potential firefighting costs. Throughout the state, wildfires have been stopped and diminished because of fuel reduction projects, fuel breaks, and other mitigation, preparation, and prevention work done. Homes have been saved, and firefighters have been kept from the risks involved in suppressing catastrophic wildfires. The effects are proven, but the amount of work needed to address all 417 of Utah's communities at risk is massive. Under a new approach being discussed, the state of Utah would pay for all non-federal costs of extended attack fires. So think about this. If county and municipal governments didn't have to budget any costs for these large or extended attack wildfires, they could instead put available funding towards wildfire mitigation, preparation, and prevention efforts. Not only would they have no exposure to the financial loss from extended attack wildfires, but proactive efforts would make their community a safer place and one where catastrophic wildfires are far less frequent.